It is October 6th. Welcome on into Daily Cards Live here on ClaibsOnline.com, presented by Mungenast, St. Louis Acura, and Royal Banks of Missouri. I'm Joe Roderick, joined alongside by Bob Ramsey and Rammer. It's postseason time, which means we are also sponsored by the Alton Sports Tap. Head on over there to the Alton Sports Tap for their hot Nashville chicken sandwich and to watch the game tonight and, all of football tomorrow night, playoffs tomorrow night, football all Saturday and Sunday, and baseball all October long. Rammer, here it is. We've known that this game was coming we've known for sure since Sunday. We've pretty much known and assumed this game was going to happen for the last week and a half, 2 weeks now. Cardinals, Dodgers tonight for that National League wild card spot. What are your thoughts now as we are 6 hours away from game time?
Well, broad question, I think overall is, and we saw last night that in the American League game that you can throw all the analysis, all the analysts, and many of the numbers right out the window because, that's how Major League Baseball is designed. It's not a one-game thing. And on a given day, a guy who hasn't been hitting can all of a sudden see the ball well and hit. Xander Bogaerts for the Red Sox had really been in a slump. He wins the game. He and Verdugo win the game. JD Martinez is out. I'm a huge fan. And it was a handicap, theoretically on paper going in. They still win. Garrett Cole, the ace. He didn't have it. I mean, all those kinds of things. Baseball pundit Chris Russo, who really has a good feel for the game. He talked about the Cardinals needing to play loose tonight. I agree with that. The longer they stay in the game, the more the pressure goes on to the Dodgers. I think the numbers show that if you score first, the odds go way in your favor. Can you scratch across a run? Can you get a walk? Can you beat out a hit? Can you slap one against the shift, get on, steal a base, bunt over, sacrifice fly? Can you get something just to keep the pressure on? And then can Adam Wainwright hold them in check? Can he not hang a curveball to really anybody in their lineup? They are so loaded. Anybody in their lineup can absolutely crush a mistake. Those are the things that have to happen. And then you have to play the Cardinals to win, I believe, must play perfect defense. Perfect. They're great, but it's got to be perfect.
What you mentioned about the Dodgers hitting a mistake, that's what it's going to have to be. It would have to be a mistake. I saw earlier today Eno Saros tweet out a stat that the Dodgers are 27th in all of baseball when it comes to hitting off-speed pitches. So as long as Adam Wainwright is really is there and true with that curveball, he has a chance to really shut down that Dodgers team. And I think when you look at a team like the Dodgers, who just won 105 games this season and already find themselves in a winner-take-all kind of game, I think what you might see is, as you mentioned, if the Cardinals jump out ahead early, a lot of those guys, knowing that they just won 105 games, knowing that the payroll, knowing how much talent is on that team, they start to press a little bit. And that's where jumping out ahead is so important, because that Cardinal team is just going to go out there and have fun because they get a one-run lead. You know what that opens up? That opens up O'Neill and Bader and Sosa, if they get on base, starting to run a bit more too.
Yeah, and I mentioned it yesterday, and I think it's more important and ties into what you're talking about with the mental approach. And I think for the Cardinals, don't change what you're doing. Don't let the moment mess with your mind. Stay true to who you are. Don't try to be the hero to jack one out. If you get the pitch you're looking for and it's one you're expecting to turn on, absolutely. But don't forget about that breaking ball away and taking it the other way, like O'Neill and others have done so well, especially the last 6 weeks or so. Stay true to who you are. Don't let the moment change the way you mentally approach the game.
We saw yesterday in that American League wildcard game, Garrett Cole come out in the third inning of the game. Are either one of these managers, can you see either one of these guys, Dave Roberts or Mike Schilt, go to their bullpen that early in a similar situation to what the Yankees faced yesterday?
Well, they better, or you'll lose. If you're the reason you would do it is if your guy's getting jacked up, right? You better go to your bullpen if that's happening. If you don't, then you'll get fired. You have to.
Yeah, I don't know about
you have
fired, but yeah,
well,
I get what
Let
you're
me say
saying.
This. If you don't, you should be fired. Let me restate that. If you don't, you should be fired. If you let Max Scherzer give up 6 runs in 3 innings and you don't go to your bullpen, you're a fool.
Well, Garrett Cole didn't give up 6 in 3 innings, right? Yeah, he didn't.
Well, you know what? I must have misunderstood your question.
I'm just saying
if your starter is losing the game, you better go to your bullpen.
Yeah, I thought that it was, Garrett Cole's the one that he's the potential Cy Young in that American League, that taking him out there in the third inning, I thought was just, I don't know. I felt it was a little too early, and then you just saw the bullpen go out there. But the Cardinals tonight, the rosters have already been announced. They're carrying 12 pitchers tonight. Mm-hmm. You don't need 12 pitchers ever for one game, but they're carrying 12 pitchers tonight.
Well, the last 2 or 3 guys are just in case you're playing 12, 13 innings, something like that. Right. And because if you don't have them and it goes 14 innings and you don't have any more pitchers, another reason to get fired.
Very true. Yeah, that's so of note. You will not see John Lester on that roster for tonight, or Jake Woodford on that roster for tonight. As it's those 2 guys. They're your postseason, your playoff possible starters. So
yeah, Lester's your game 1 guy. Woodford, I don't know. He's probably not a game 2. Depends on how the game goes. Assuming a Cardinal win, will you have needed Hudson or Happ or Flaherty? I don't know what they're thinking about for the next round, other than Lester would be game 1. So, but yeah, you keep those guys back. That's exactly right. And I think the other thing is, if you believe, and maybe this is something you'll find out when you go to Dodger Stadium today, do you believe that Flaherty is all the way back to being Flaherty except for extended innings? Does he have command of everything? Is his velocity there? Is he Jack Flaherty? If he is, you got to use him tonight.
We haven't done this at all season long. And Raymer, we didn't even talk about this ahead of time, so I'm just throwing this on you right now. But hey, one game, winner take all. Who is your pick to click for the Cardinals tonight? Who do you want to see have a huge game?
O'Neill.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew that was going to be your guy for tonight. He's been your guy the whole second half of the season. I knew it. I want to see Tommy Edman cause some chaos. I want to see him get on. I want to see him get on to start the game. I want to see him steal a base. I want to see his speed disrupt Max Scherzer, because I want to see Max Scherzer walking off that mound in the middle of the second inning, looking dejected, the same way that Clayton Kershaw has squatted on that same mound against the Cardinals in past playoff games. Just have that look of what can you do? I want to see that tonight out of Max Scherzer walking off the mound at Dodger Stadium.
That would be fantastic.
It absolutely would be. Game time is 7:00 Central Time, 5:00 local time. I'll be heading down to the ballpark in a little less than 2 hours. I'll be down there. Claibs and I plan to have some stuff from there. I don't know exactly how we are bringing it to you, if it's Facebook Live, if it's Twitter, but make sure you follow all of our social media accounts, and we will get all of that information out to you, as we are planning to bring you as much postseason coverage as we can here, presented by the Alton Sports Tap on ClaibsOnline.com. Rammer, quick word from Royal Banks.
Royal Banks of Missouri, always there for you, whether you're just looking for a new checking account or you're going big. You need a new mortgage. You need a refi. Folks, don't forget about Royal Banks, 314-212-1500, or online at royalbanksofmo.com. It's Royal Banks, where better service means better banking. Member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
He's Bob Ramsey. I'm Joe Roderick. You have been watching another edition of Daily Cards Live. Postseason edition, sponsored by the Alton Sports Tap and presented each and every day by Mungenast, St. Louis Acura, and Royal Banks of Missouri. Right here again, ClaibsOnline.com.
The 2021 Acura TLX is the top-selling luxury sedan in St. Louis, and St. Louis Acura has an unbeatable selection. The TLX has the highest safety rating, and right now you can get $2,500 in loyalty conquest offers with 0% financing for up to 36 months. We offer free pickup and delivery, and we'll also buy your used vehicle, even if you don't buy from us. St. Louis Acura, committed to becoming better than ever for you.